are back. Welcome to my preview and prediction for the third quarter-final of the Women's Euros taking place tomorrow. If you want to see my preview and prediction for today's quarter-final, which is, of course, the massive game for the Lionesses against Sweden, you can check that out at the top of your screen right now. But unlike usual process, I'm actually going to jump straight to the prediction screen where you'll see that we are now on 17 out of 25 after last night's game, which for me was incredibly frustrating and obviously incredibly heartbreaking for Norway. For those of you who missed my first prediction for these quarterfinals, I did a 1-1 draw for Norway and Italy, with Norway taking it in extra time. And to be honest with you, I'm gutted because I think that is the way the game was going. It was an incredibly even game, back and forth. Obviously, both sides scoring. You then have the penalty miss, the goal disallowed on VAR. There is a lot going on in that game. But it looked like in those last 10 minutes, especially, that Norway had just started to wrestle control. They were on top. Italy looked tired. Norway looked like they were about to win it. And then counter-attack, ball to the back post. And Girelli is there, 35 years of age, to head the ball in at the back post for the 2-1 victory, and Italy progress. And you know what? Fair play to them. They did it at exactly the right time, and it ends 2-1. But that is football predictions in a nutshell. And I did say it was going to be a very close game. I did say all three teams could take it. All three possible results, should I say, were available. And that's why I went for the draw, but Italy come away with the victory. And a great game ended with a dramatic finish. And that is all you can really ask for from a football match. So before we get into today's video, if you haven't done so already, please do consider dropping a like on this video. Share it with a friend. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, with notifications turned on so you don't miss out on any of the remaining predictions we have got for you in this Women's European Championships. And of course, the start of the brand new season, which is now getting ever closer. And if you want to gain access to additional predictions via my community page, you can become a member of this channel by clicking the join button at the bottom of your screen right now, because I do not currently have time to cover every single league on this channel, but I will be posting predictions for the other leagues over on the members side of things. But without any further ado, let's get into today's prediction. It is Spain against Switzerland, and honestly, of the four matches, this is by far the easiest to call in theory, because obviously all of these previews and all these predictions are in theory. That is the beauty of football. It is unpredictable and anything can happen at any given point in time. But let's be realistic. We've got Spain and Switzerland here, and Spain come into this after winning all three of their group stage matches comfortably. 5-0, 6-2, and then 3-1 against Italy, who obviously just beat Norway last night, and they beat Italy 3-1 with very, very changed lineup. They did not play anywhere near their full strength side in that match against Italy, and they were the strongest other team in that group, and Spain beat them 3-1. The Swiss come into this after losing to Norway, so just bear that one in mind when you consider Italy just beat Norway. Spain's near enough reserved with a couple of star players in there, beat Italy. They lost to Norway, they beat Iceland, but they also then needed a 92nd minute equaliser to then draw with Finland to progress to the knockout stages. We've been talking a lot about last-minute goals in this video already today, but that is how Switzerland got here. A last-minute equaliser in match day 3 to get to this position, whereas Spain, of course, won their group incredibly comfortably. If you want any more justification for as to why I think Spain are going to win this match, they are the world champions. They are ranked number 2 in the world. Swiss are ranked, I think it's 23rd. Spain have won their last 8 matches in a row. They have got the last 4 Ballon d'Or winners in their team, although granted that is only 2 players. But they also have Paraguayo, who finished 3rd in the last 2 years as well. And, well, the Swiss don't. They're not world champions. They are not on a very good run of form going into this tournament. And obviously they don't have any of those superstar names in and around their starting lineup. But I think the biggest achievement for Switzerland so far is that they've even got to this position in the first place. Then we have to talk about the team news, as we always do. Again, thankfully, which has been the kind of a theme for these quarterfinals so far, no fresh injury or suspension concerns for either side coming into this. You would expect both sides to probably make changes to their lineups, though Spain will be looking to bring in some of their key players once again, probably most likely in the fullback areas with Anya Bartel and Olga Carmona coming back in at right back and left back respectively. For the Swiss, they will probably most likely rotate some of their lineup. They made some changes at half-time in their draw with Finland to try and get themselves back into that game. They obviously, like I say, got that last-minute equaliser, so maybe we may see some of the side that ended that game starting this one. What I can tell you is it's going to be incredibly likely that they do play their 5-at-the-back system and will be doing everything in their power to keep Spain at bay. The one positive that you would obviously say for Switzerland coming into this is, of course, this is their home tournament. I've said it throughout. They're going to have the majority of the supporters in the ground on their side. But, again, when you look at the results they've had so far, it's not really helped them so much. Maybe you can say they helped suck that ball in to get that equaliser against Finland. But, again, this is a far, far larger task than they've faced so far in this tournament. And just to make it even harder, and just to arguably even rub it in Switzerland's faces even more before this game even starts, there is a relatively recent head-to-head record between these two sides. They last met in 2023, so 2 years ago. These sides played on 3 occasions in that year, and the results went as followed. 5-1 to Spain, 5-0 to Spain, and then most recently 7-1 to Spain. So, I'm sorry, entertainment fans. If you're looking for an upset, I just don't see it coming in this match. So, I obviously am going to go for Spain. The question really is just by how much. And honestly, I'm going to go for 5-0. I just think they're going to be too good. Maybe if the Swiss hold their backline shape well enough, they can restrict it to a few less. But obviously, it's knockout football as well. So if Spain do go ahead, the Swiss then have to score. It's not like one of those league phase games or qualification games where it's like, well, if we keep it to 2-0, we can then get the difference back in other matches against other teams. No, if Spain go ahead in this game, Switzerland then need to score, which will just open the game up so much, and obviously Spain can then go on and get more and more and more. Ultimately, I just don't see a scenario where Switzerland get a result unless bizarre circumstances come in, like, you know, major injury that disrupts momentum, or a red card or a couple of red cards for Spain. Just like, you're looking at major what ifs in my opinion. So I'm going for Spain. I'm going for 5-0. As always, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Is there any hope for Switzerland in this game? And of course, come on the Lionesses tonight against Sweden. A really, really tough game for them. As always, thank you very much for watching. I'll be back same time tomorrow morning for my final quarter-final prediction between Germany and France. So thank you very much for watching once again. I'll see you there.